Hi, welcome to Talking Text. Our passage is Isaiah chapter 12 from verse 2. Behold, God is my salvation. I will trust and will not be afraid. For the Lord God is my strength and my song, and he has become my salvation. With joy you will draw water from the wells of salvation. Isaiah says, behold, God is my salvation. He is my rescue, my redemption, my salvation. Only God can rescue. He says, I will trust and I will not be afraid. The more we trust in God, the more our fears subside. And I want to encourage you to trust in God. He is the remedy, the salvation, and the rescue from our fears. God, you are my salvation. I trust in you and I'm not afraid. He describes further this salvation. He says, for the Lord is my strength and my song. I don't know if you've ever felt weak. Anyone in the human condition at some point feels weak. But God's is always able. His strength is always enough. God, you are my strength. And he says, not only is God my strength, but he's also my song. He is at peace. Most often songs are sung when we are at peace, at rest, when we have some sense of joy or peace. And he's saying, God, your salvation gives me strength, but it gives me a song as well. God, you are my strength and my song. He has become my salvation. Isaiah just describes God is my salvation and he has become my salvation, a kind of process. Jesus rescued us and made us right with God. He saved us from who we were, from the curse of death and sin. And he made us alive to God. He is our salvation. But he is also becoming our salvation. He is also rescuing every part of our lives. He's rescuing us from our fears. He's rescuing us from ourselves. God has become my salvation. I want to encourage you to let God become more and more your salvation in all areas. With joy you will draw water from the wells of salvation. The story of salvation, of God's redemption, is a deep well that never runs dry, and you can draw wells of joy from it eternally. In fact, Jesus says in John chapter 15, verse 11, he says, I've told you these things so that my joy may be in you and that your joy may be complete or full. Jesus promising that we will have his joy in us. I don't know if you ever thought about that. Is amazing. And that our joy will be full or complete. And here Isaiah is prophesying about that. When you draw on the wells of salvation, you will draw joy. And so I want to encourage you to drink deeply of the wells of salvation which God has provided in Jesus, and to remember the promise of Jesus that his joy will be in us and our joy will be made full. God is my salvation. Behold, God is my salvation. God bless you, and thanks for letting the text talk.